Hello everyone. The first step for migration, in both cases, either you are migrating the application from Flex to Royale for emulation, or for any other case like Dual or something else, you need to generate the API report to estimate the work and the number of APIs that are used by your application, and those APIs, how many times each property and method is used by the application. You can see through the API report, and you can estimate the work by the API report. So that's the first method to migrate an application to Royale. If you want to estimate it before and start working on it, you need to generate the API report. So I have a sample project here. I'm going to generate the API report for that project. I also have the binary distribution of Royale SDK that is placed inside the Royale SDK, and I have a project that I have placed on this path, and this is the file. Like, the API report should be generated in the file name inside the project, my project API report.txt, and that's the load config, that is the Flex SDK. The distribution of Flex SDK I have placed on this path, and that's the file name, the main file name that the application contains basically. So here's the project. You see, that's the project, and it has two files, XML files, init application and the panel pop-up, and that's a library project. You can also include the Swiss file that I have mentioned below, that you can add this parameter, the library path, and give the path or the file name of the library that you have used in the project. So in the initial step, when I am going to generate the API report, you see that this is the command for the execution. To generate the API report, I'm going to paste that command in command prompt, and it is going to compile the project and generate the API report for the project. Well, here's the API report that is generated. You can see it says that panel pop-up is used twice in the application, and the mouse event is used once by the application. That's the init application. That's the like the file itself. Like, this is the file, the application file. It has an event, it has on-click pop-up, and that's calls once by the application. And these are other APIs in the SDK. You can see that these APIs are used by the application, and how many times each property and method is used is like on every line it is described. We are going to check that these controls are used by the application or not. See, that's the text area that is used by the application, and it is mentioned here that the text area is used. The pop-up manager is used by the application, the panel is used by the application, pop-up manager, and that's the panel. Hbox, Vbox are used by the application, label, button, and the application tag of course. So you can see that it has everything inside it, the Hbox, the Vbox, button, label, and all these things are here. When we see the init application, we can check that the initial tag of the init application, that is basically application. So how we are going to find out that how many APIs are in the SDK, and how many APIs needs to be created in the SDK. That's like the second part of the application migration, that to identify the missing APIs in the SDK and find out the current APIs that are present in the SDK, and then you are going to add the missing APIs to the SDK to compile your existing application. So that's all for today.